90 days. That's all you have. Not 90 years, not 9 months, 90 days. And in these 90 days, you are going to declare war, not on the world outside, but on the battlefield within. This is not about tweaking habits, not about reading one more self-help book, not about scribbling dreams into a notebook. This is about burning the old blueprint of who you were and drafting a new one in fire. A total war of identity. You see, most people waste their lives negotiating with weakness. They say, tomorrow I'll start. They say, next week I'll change. They lie to themselves year after year until their dreams die in silence. But you are not most people. You are here because you are tired of waiting. You are here because the person in the mirror feels like a stranger and you can't stand it anymore. You are here because 90 days is all you need to kill the old you and resurrect something unrecognizable. So listen carefully. Day 1 begins not with action, but with a decision. The kind of decision that rips through your mind like lightning and leaves no room for retreat. From this moment forward, there is no escape hatch, no back door, no plan B. 90 days is not a trial period. It is a death sentence to the old you, and that sentence is non-negotiable. Your mornings will not belong to comfort. They will not belong to the phone, to the notifications, to the endless scrolling that's been stealing your life minute by minute. From today, your mornings belong to the mission. The alarm will go off, and you will rise, not snooze, not delay, not postpone. You will rise like a soldier answering the call to war, because that is what this is. War. Your identity is a script written by habits, repeated every day until they carve themselves into your soul. If you want a new identity, you must burn the script and rewrite every line. That begins with 5 pillars, 5 laws you will not break, no matter the storm. The first pillar, mind. Every day, you feed it with words that match the new self. No negative indulgence, no passive consumption. You speak to yourself as if you already are who you intend to become. Because the subconscious mind does not argue, it obeys. The second pillar, body. No negotiations. Movement daily. Sweat daily. This is not about building muscle or chasing aesthetics. It is about proving to your mind that you are in command of the flesh, not the other way around. The third pillar, mission. Every single day, a step forward, tiny or massive, it doesn't matter. Action compounds. Momentum is built in silence. While the old you use to wait for perfect conditions, the new you acts in the storm. The fourth pillar, stillness. A moment each day of silence, reflection, and grounding. No noise, no distraction, no running. Because without stillness, you forget why you fight. Stillness is not weakness. It is power gathering strength. And the fifth pillar, no negotiation. This is the iron law. There are no cheat days, no just this once. If you negotiate, you lose. If you break once, the old self slithers back in whispering, see, you haven't changed. But if you stand firm, if you endure the pull of weakness, you will feel the chains loosen. This is day 1. And from here, every day is a battlefield. Every morning you wake is another chance to win or lose the war for your identity. 90 days may sound long, but when the fire of transformation consumes you, it will feel like a blink. And when it ends, you will stand unrecognizable, reborn, rebuilt, unstoppable. By now, you've made the declaration. You've set the pillars. But understand this clearly. The first week is not victory. It is shock. It is withdrawal. It is the storm that tests whether your commitment is carved in stone or scribbled in sand. On day 3, when your body craves a comfort you denied it, when your fingers twitch toward the phone, when your mind screams for distractions you cut away, you will hear the whisper, just one time won't hurt. That is the voice of the old self fighting for survival. It knows if you hold firm. It dies, and death always resists. So you cut like a surgeon removing poison from the bloodstream. Social media, gone. Empty entertainment, gone. Junk food, meaningless conversations, toxic company, gone. Not because they're bad in themselves, but because they are ropes tied to the old self, dragging you back. This is not moderation. This is execution. Dopamine detox is not about boredom. It is about starving the addictions that stole your attention, your focus, your life. Understand this. Your brain has been hijacked. Every notification, every like, every endless scroll has rewired your reward system to crave noise over progress. To rewire it back, you must endure silence. In the silence, you will feel restless, anxious, even empty. That emptiness is not a problem. It is the void the old self occupied. Let it burn. On the other side of that burn lies clarity. Then comes the first wall, day 7 to day 10. This is where most people fall. The initial fire fades. The novelty wears off. Discipline feels heavy and doubt creeps in. You wake up asking, why am I even doing this? The workouts hurt. The silence feels unbearable. The mission seems too far. This is a wall of resistance. And it is not a barrier to stop you, but a test to see if you deserve to pass. If you push through, if you show up even when it feels pointless, momentum begins to whisper back. Not loud, not yet, but steady. You begin to realize transformation is not about feeling motivated. It is about moving when motivation dies. Each rep, each page, each discipline choice is a brick laid in the foundation of the new identity, invisible to the world, but undeniable within. Day 30 approaches, and here comes a second wall. This one is not about pain. It is about temptation. By now, people around you notice. They see the changes. Some admire, some mock, some feel threatened. Invitations return. Come on, you've done enough. Take a break. And for the first time, you feel the pull of pride. You start to think you've already changed. But this is a trap. 30 days is not transformation. It is just the beginning of rewiring. Stopping here is like leaving a bridge half built. At day 30, you must remember, you are not building habits. You are burning identities. The old self is still alive, weaker but waiting. And if you let pride open the door, it rushes back in with a vengeance. So you double down. You remind yourself, 90, not 30. You refuse to negotiate. By day 60, fatigue sets in. This is the wall of exhaustion. The journey feels endless. The new self is being forged, but results still feel invisible. The scale may not move. The money may not show. The world may not notice. And the old self whispers again, see, nothing's changing. But this is the lie of transformation. The seed breaks before it sprouts. Growth happens underground before it blooms in the sun. The wall of exhaustion is where faith is born. Faith not in chance, not in luck, but in process. If you keep swinging the hammer, the wall must crack. If you keep walking the path, the landscape must change. At day 60, your fight is not with the world. It is with doubt itself. And if you conquer it, you become unstoppable. This is the storm, the phase where most surrender. But if you endure, if you cut the noise, starve the addictions, and walk to the fire withdrawal, clarity begins to rise, not as a shout, but as a steady flame. And that flame is a promise of what's waiting at day 90, rebirth. Day 90 does not arrive with fireworks. It does not announce itself with trumpets or applause. It slips in quietly, like any other morning. The alarm rings. The sun rises. The world goes about its routine. But you are no longer the same. The war you began 90 days ago has left scars no one else can see, but they are etched deep into your soul. You look into the mirror, and the reflection stares back with eyes sharper, steadier, hungrier. The old self is gone, not wounded, not hiding, but gone. In its place stands someone forged in fire, sculpted in discipline, carved in silence. 90 days ago, you declared war. Today, you declare victory. Understand this. Victory is not about the habits you built. It is not about the body, the money, or the skills you gained. Those are byproducts, not the prize. The real victory is identity. You have proven that who you are is not fixed, not written in stone, not chained to yesterday's story. You have proven that identity is clay. And in 90 days, you reshaped it with your own hands. Think back to the storms. Day 7, when your craving screamed. Day 30, when pride tried to pull you off course. Day 60, when exhaustion whispered that nothing was changing. At each wall, You could have stopped. You could have folded. But you didn't. You pressed forward. You fought when no one was watching. You endured the silence, the boredom, the doubt. And in that endurance, the old self died. Day 90 is not the end. It is the beginning, because now you hold the blueprint. You know the process. You have tasted transformation, and you can never go back to believing you are powerless again. The chains have been broken, the ceiling shattered. You no longer ask, "Can I change?" You know, you have lived it. The world may not understand. They will see your results, but they will never see the nights you wanted to quit. They will see the discipline, but not the tears. They will see the new identity, but not the corpse of the old one buried beneath it. That is a secret only you carry. The truth that greatness is built in silence, brick by brick, choice by choice, day after day. So what now? You disappear again. Because transformation is not a one-time event. It is a way of life. You take the same principles, the same fire, and you apply them to the next 90 days. Then the next, and the next. Each cycle, you shed another skin. Each cycle, you rise higher, stronger, more unrecognizable than before. Remember this, 90 days is not magic. It is proof. Proof that discipline, when carved into your soul, rewires everything. Proof that the war of identity can be fought and won. Proof that the version of you trapped in your imagination can be pulled into reality, one non-negotiable day at a time. So when you stand at day 90, do not stop. Do not soften. Do not let pride whisper, "You've made it." Because the truth is, there is no finish line. The war does not end. It evolves. And you are now a soldier of discipline, a builder of identities, a master of transformation. 90 days ago, you vanished. You withdrew from the noise, the distractions, the empty comforts. People may have wondered where you went. Today, you return, but not as the same person. You reappear unrecognizable, sharper, stronger, ruthless with your focus, unstoppable in your mission. This is the power of 90 days. Not a trick, not a hack, not a routine. A war you chose, a war you fought, a war you won. And now, the battlefield is silent. The old you lies in ashes, and the new you stands tall, reborn, unbreakable, undeniable.